All right. Let's see. So let's talk about Love and Marriage DC, the reunion part 3. All right. So just bear with me. Let me just make sure that this is on. Give me 1 second, my dear. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Love and Marriage DC part 3, the reunion. So quite a reunion it was. So yeah, let's kind of get into it. All right. So first and foremost, so let's talk about Winter because they kind of did a flashback, right? So they did a
Yeah.
flashback and they talked about Winter and Yusha. What were your thoughts on how she handled that?
I don't know. She came across, you know what? I don't know what to think. I think he's pretty
You going in and
forthcoming.
out. You going in and out, hon. Okay.
I think he was pretty forthcoming.
You said
I
he was
think,
pretty forthcoming because you kind of okay. Okay. So you think
well,
he
I
was
thought he was,
forthcoming because you're kind of skipping. I'm not sure what's going on with the audio. Yeah.
well, yeah, I think he was pretty forthcoming.
Okay.
I think that
So that's
she was a little cuckoo. And I don't know. Well, let me tell you
mm,
first off, Charisse, I think looks really good. Let me first state that. But the way everybody came after him, it kind of strikes me as really weird when they first were the ones who introduced him to her and said that they would make a good match. And then they
uh-huh.
kind of turn around and say he's an opportunist, he's
Mm-hmm.
this, he's that. I don't want friends like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
And then for her to come back and
Ooh,
say
I'm
that,
not sure why you're skipping, but let me just kind of pop in a little bit. So I kind of get why. Okay. But I know you can hear me, but you're kind of skipping like every other word. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of jump in real quick. So my thoughts on him, I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He's real laid back and kind of relaxed a little bit. And I love Winter. I've liked Winter from the first season. Some people think she's a little quirky, but I think she kind of played herself when she kind of like told him that she loved him prematurely. And I get being honest and transparent with your feelings, but never tell a dude how you feel about him first. I'm just saying when it comes to that. And especially when she said that she heard him tell the producer, okay, one of the producers, that this is a good opportunity or she's a good opportunity. So, I see where she's kind of coming from. Like, he wanted to kind of use her to promote his shit, in a nutshell. Those are just my thoughts. So,
I agree.
all right,
Is
Miss Lady,
there
can
a
you hear me,
way
honey?
I can hear you? Can I dial in?
No, the
Can
only
you?
way that you can get in is on the link.
Okay, I'm going to call in from my
Yeah.
phone.
So the only way that you can get in is through that link. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you mean try to, okay. Well, try it with your cell phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works. Okay. Okay.
But
So you want me
anyway,
to kick you out of this?
yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to remove you and then try to pop back on your phone or your computer. So I'm about to remove you. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, again, I like Winter. I just hated that she expressed her feelings for old boy too quickly. And yeah, so I get that she was heated, but I do like the fact that she's dating some damn body else and she's not letting any grass grow up under her feet. So, let's just say that. And let's see. So while I'm waiting on my friend to come back in, so let's see. As far as Sherelle, okay, here she goes. Let me see. All right, so I got your whole name up there. So I don't know. I see that you're here, but I don't know if you want to show your actual name. So you may want to edit it. Let me see if I can edit your name. Okay, so I'm gonna change your name. Let me see something. Da, 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 da.
I just
Okay.
did it. I just edited it.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay now?
Okay. So yeah. All right. Now you sound a little better because I don't know what the hell was going on with the computer. Had a delayed reaction.
Okay,
So
no
yeah.
problem.
So anyway, yeah, that was just my thoughts with him. So you don't think he was an opportunist though?
Well, look, everybody on that comes on all these shows, they're always going to try to promote their products. I don't think though he came off that way. That's not the perception I got from the show. Whatever happened behind the scenes, that breaking the fourth or the third wall, whatever it is, and him talking to
Hmm.
producers, I can understand that because hey, he asked, "Can I put my stuff in the goodie bag or whatever that thing is?" And they told him no. Okay, he didn't try to do it. He didn't try to come up with a different way to do that. So do I think he was an opportunist? They
Mm,
all are. They're all promoting something. What you call it, got her wig line. And he's like, hell, if I'm gonna go on the show, yeah, I like her. We've been dating for 5 months. I think
mm.
she's cool, but I'm also
No, but
gonna try
no,
and
but
do
do you feel
this.
like he was using Winter though? No.
No, I do not. I do not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that he was
Oh,
using her because
okay,
what using
okay.
her
So
for
you
what?
think he was
But how did he demonstrate that he would have been using her? And that's what
to
I
get
didn't
on the
see.
show?
But he was up, but no, he made, but he didn't introduce.
Okay,
Sherelle
okay.
and them introduced him, and then like she said, if she wanted a love interest, she had met somebody a month before. Why didn't she push that? Because she wanted to meet this guy, or she decided she wanted to try and give this guy a chance. And
Mm,
then what was never
okay.
explained but what was never explained or asked was, is Winter, if she met this guy and she's trying to form a relationship with him, why was she dating the other one? You know what I mean? And she gave the impression that she slept with him at the end of the
Mm.
day with the new guy. So I don't think, whatever. But
Well,
I
okay.
still,
So we know, right? Okay. So she did sleep with the guy.
with the new guy, with this
Okay,
new one,
okay.
she's saying.
Yeah. Right, right. With the new guy. Well, okay, okay. And I think we got a slight delay, but it's cool. This is a little bit better. Okay, before we move on to her, so we'll just kind of wrap her up. But she gave his ass the business. She was just like, I ain't finna be played with. And if you're not all about me, child, you gotta kick rocks. So I get that. All right, so let's get to Sharella in black. Okay. Now
Yeah,
that
they
was funny. And I actually like Black and Shirella, but you tell me your thoughts and then I kind of tell you my thoughts. So Carlos just kind of point blank kind of asked her, do you feel like you were the side chick? What are your thoughts just of that whole thing?
I do not think she was a side chick.
And you delayed.
Well, can you still hear me though?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, I do not think she was a side chick. What I do think is that he was seeing her before he ended the other relationship, and that's on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that Joy kind of
Okay.
said it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Joy kind of said that, I don't know what he was telling her, but if I'm looking at it from my friend's perspective, this is what she thought. It's as simple
Mm-hmm.
as that. But what's interesting is that this was really the
Mm-hmm.
reason why she doesn't like Black, not all that other crap that I don't know what they were trying to say. So this is stuff
Mm-hmm.
we didn't know about.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
But I thought she
I
went
agree.
good.
I definitely agree with you on that. Now, I remember, was it the first season? Oh shit, you're still talking. It's kind of got a delay. Keep going.
Oh, I was just gonna say I do want to add I love her
I didn't mean to
haircut.
cut you off. Or did you have more to say
Uh,
on that?
Well, just that I love her haircut, that I love the fact that she looks really good. You can definitely
Mm-hmm.
say that she lost weight. And I will say that if I was, I'm going to go briefly back to, forgot his, what's his name. I wouldn't want friends like them if they are going to call me an opportunist. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, okay. Honey, you said what you said and you meant it. All right. So I will say this. I don't think in her mind she was a side chick. And I think she really meant that when she said that. But I do think that he was overlapping. And the way that they met, I think they were at a festival, something like that. And they met some type of way. He gave her a ride home. I'm just like, but how y'all even get to the point of chatting it up? You see what I'm saying? Or you trying to get to know her? I mean, because we know men are hunters and gatherers. He just ain't approach her on some old friendly ish. You know what I'm saying? To the point to where she needed a ride, you know. And I guess she trusted him enough to do that. And then they kept in touch. But what I wasn't clear on was the timeline because he was like, what did he say? As it relates to the timeline, he said that it was a couple years or whatever like that. I'm just like, well, how long was the relationship between Joy's friend and him? So I'm trying to figure that part out. And he said that he would see her on Twitter, they would text or whatever. But when Carlos was grilling the hell out of her and him, he admitted that some of the texts may have been inappropriate. And she's like, no, 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 you ain't gonna be coming for my man like that. And I get that. Um, and I don't she's smart lady. She's not naive or whatever like that. But I do feel like that, yeah, he kept in touch with her because his ass was interested and he knew that he was about to be out their other relationship, point blank, period. You know? And that's that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think his motives weren't good in terms of like keeping in contact with her. Shit, he was trying to holler. He was trying to push up and he was trying to shoot a shot. And she said she knew he was in a relationship. He respected that. And what she said, he invited her to the school or whatever to speak. I'm like, that Negro was trying to get to know you, girl. It's like, no, anyway, whatever. So yeah. So that's
I
that.
agree with
But I
I
did
agree with
see an
everything you
interview.
said.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because she was on an interview with DJ Richie Sky. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's a large YouTuber. And, she kind of spoke about it, but, she left the show too. She left the show, just like Winter left the show. And I know you don't keep up with the stuff on social media, whatever, but neither one of them are coming back and they feel some type of way, just about the whole reality TV bullshit. So that is that on that. I'm just like, okay. All right. So Miss Carmen and Arena, what are your thoughts, honey? I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, so here are my thoughts on that one. First off, I was surprised that the issues were between
Hmm.
Joy and Carmen, but all of a sudden Arena is the one, and her and those two were getting to a big argument. I thought that was crazy. And I do see Carmen's point in saying that the reason they probably don't have a relationship is because of what Arena was, going back behind who's ever back and saying what she was saying. But on the flip side of that, Arena was actually right. Dude, you don't do this stuff. This is your friend, and all she was trying to tell Joy is, look, this is not something I would do. This is something I don't think is right. But this is how you feel about it.
Mm,
That's how you feel about it. So in that respect, I see both their sides. I can understand why Carmen wants to blame the end of their relationship on Arena, but at the end of the day, Carmen said what she said, and the way it came across, and I don't
mhm,
understand how Carmen didn't even think about it this way, but the way that Carmen came across is the only reason I'm friends with her is because of her husband.
mm,
That was some messed up stuff to say, and that's why their friendship ended because of what she said. It
mhm.
had nothing to do with Arena, nothing.
Okay, okay. I can agree with that. No, I can agree with that. But I'll just keep it a buck. I'll just keep it 1,000. I do feel like Arena is a loyal friend, and I know where she was coming from. I mean, because the optics, it just didn't look good, right? Because I do follow Carmen. Joy, all of them on social media. I follow them on IG. And was it a year or two ago, or however long ago, she did used to post pictures, right? And videos and stuff like that. And they did seem a little flirty, a little suggestive, it was kind of borderline, right? And just like I can't remember, one of the guys said that, well, dang, she's posting more pictures of Clifton than Joy does. But remember, Joy was in Mexico. Remember after Ready to Love, she still had like that Mexico gig or whatever like that because she sings, blah blah blah. And so yeah. And supposedly Carmen was keeping him company, child. I'm like, that's a bullshit, child. You like that man. But anyway, so
Mhm.
supposedly she was trying to ward the women off. But I got a couple thoughts on that, right? I kind of feel like, okay, remember how they kind of like position it that Carmen's the number two. Carmen wasn't the number two because remember, Carmen was dating the other guy, Donovan. She was
Yeah.
dating Clifton. You remember on Ready to Love, she was dating Clifton for a minute, just for a
Yep.
minute, right?
Yep.
But then she figured out, they got a strong connection. Because remember the lady that worked for NASA or wherever she worked for. And remember, she was, at the reunion, she was upset because she felt like Joy and Clifton were kind of mean to her. Remember, she was in tears and all this because Joy was upset that, she was still pursuing him or whatever. But to get to the point, Carmen went to number two, because she went with the
Right.
other guy. But I
Right.
do feel like, so let me get to Clifton. What are your thoughts on him pursuing the friendship? And I'll tell you my thoughts.
He's got to make a decision. He cannot keep a friendship with her. If
Hmm.
he wants to keep a working relationship and they got to figure out what that looks like, that's one thing. But as far as a friendship, nah, it needs to end because he's heard how Joy feels. He's heard what the girl said that they're only friends because of him. Then that friendship just needs to come to an end.
Hmm.
It can't be the way it can't be the way it is. Think about what was the show, Married to Medicine,
Hmm.
when what you call it and Cecil and Thingamajiggy, they were
Hmm.
going through their thing, and it had to do with this woman who was his
Hmm.
friend. He had a
Hmm.
choice to make. It's either his marriage or his friendship,
Hmm.
and he chose his marriage. Clifton's going to have to end up doing the same thing. He's going to have to make a choice. And the sad part is that he didn't see that what this girl said was wrong. And he, even though he sees it kind of now, it's, you know what
Hmm.
your wife needs. She needs his support. But
Hmm.
he's got to make a choice at the end of the day. And hopefully he makes the right choice
Right.
that his marriage is more important, but he can't be friends with Carmen.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. And I'll kind of bring you up to speed with that a little bit. So, okay. So you heard on the show that Joy blocked her. So based upon them watching the show, because I think it aired like a year ago. So they go back and forth on social media. That's a whole different animal, with them, the couples bickering and whatnot. But Joy blocked her, but Clifton no longer follows her. But at the time of the taping, he still was. So here's my thing. So he has that whole beard oil, right? His little business, and
Mm-hmm.
Carmen works in was it public relations, and she's like a sports agent, whatever the hell she does. But she works with the public and athletes. So I think he wanted to cultivate that friendships for the connections,
Right.
because she's resourceful and she could help him in that regard. Does that make sense?
Makes
You
a
know,
lot of sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, right. And so, because he even mentioned that, since we're in this business relationship and I guess they're cultivating a friendship. I don't know how in the hell they can develop into best friends, okay, that quickly, and I'm gonna get to that too. But again, I think for him, it was the business relationship part of it, what she can do from a business standpoint because she's connected. Like I've seen her locally on like Fox 5 DC, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen her or whatever, on platforms here locally, in the DMV. So I think that's the angle he was coming from, right? And I'm sure he probably expressed that to Joy. I'm just imagining. I don't know this to be fact, right? And I think Joy probably supported him in that because of maybe the connections. And not saying he was trying to use her, but shit, it is what it is, right?
Not
It
that
is what
makes
it
sense.
is. But
Uh,
I
uh,
do think there may have been an underlying interest. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just going to say that
You
I
cut
totally
now,
agree
honey.
with you. I totally agree with you that it was a business connection. And yes, he definitely could use her because of his connections and this beard oil thing, because there's a lot of athletes that got all the beards and everything else going on. So it would have been a really great synergy for them to really work together on this. But like I said, they had to rearrange that
Mhm.
relationship and make it business.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. And see, that's the thing. That's why I think he still wants to leave the door open, not for anything romantic or whatever. Again, just from the business aspect, and I kind of get it to a degree. But if I was Joy, I would be like, oh hell no, oh no, because I wouldn't want my husband to be best friends with a woman. I mean, nothing good comes from that because you can get an emotional attachment to a person, and you don't ever. To me, I wouldn't want another woman feeling that damn comfortable calling my husband every 5 minutes, telling her his damn problems. I think the f not. So I get where Joy was coming from, but I feel like Joy is a secure person. And I think her feelings were truly hurt with the shit that Carmen said on the show. Okay. Now, Carmen's thing is look, I have a man, which she has shown on social media. And I saw Carlos do an interview with her and she showed the dude. And I think he's on her IG. So she's like, it's not like I didn't have anybody. Right. But I think they were trying to play up the throuple thing for a storyline, not not to go all the way to the dark side, but just kind of tiptoe around it for a storyline. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Those are my thoughts.
Okay. Makes sense. I agree.
Yeah,
One of
cause
the
shit,
first times that we actually one of the first
yeah,
times we
she
actually
was
do
touching
agree.
all on his beard.
Yeah.
I know, I know, I know. Yeah, and bear with me because I think we got a kind of delay reaction, with the timing, so we're not. I think it was funny as hell when Carmen said, what she said, "Yo, raggedy ass." She said, what she tell her, which was kind of mean and funny. What she said, "You raggedy and you a non-mother effing factor." I was like, I
Oh,
know you was trying to
yeah.
be no Evelyn Lozada with it,
I know.
but
Yes, she did do that. That was
yeah,
funny.
but I think she, yeah, mhm, yeah, 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 because you posting pictures of that man. And she's just like, look, that's my friend. And so hell yeah, I'm gonna put a bug in her ear. Okay. And I don't blame her for that. So let me see. Now I really didn't get into let me see part one and part two. I didn't really review that on here. But what do you think about what's her name? Oh Lord. Um
Ashley.
Ashley and Quick. What do you think of their relationship?
Okay, first off, no offensive men, and this is to all men, but and I'm gonna criticize, and I don't really like doing this, but I'm not gonna criticize. I'm gonna do a little critique on fashion. Men with these no socks and these pants, I think that they need to have them a little bit longer,
Mhm.
because the shorter those pants are, you see too much leg that doesn't really look right. To me, if you're going to wear the no socks things, I think the pants should just be just above the ankle, not so far a few inches above the ankle. So that's my first critique, and that's for all of them. I will say Clifton's looked the best out of all of them when it came to their pants and the no
Okay,
socks things.
okay.
So that's my thing. Quick, I think, needs to buy
Mhm.
suits that actually are a little bit bigger in size, because he's put on a little bit of weight. And I think his clothes were a little too tight. But that's my thoughts on that. And his pants were the highest raise. So it's just really a thing for all men that when they go with this no socks look, I think it looks good when you're standing up. But when you sit down, those pants should be a little closer to the ankle, or either put some damn socks on, because I just think it was a little too high.
Mhm.
So so that's number one. Number
Okay,
two,
tell them how you really feel.
so
Okay.
number two, when it comes to Ashley and Quick,
Well,
I think they have a decent relationship. I think he has a lot of work to do to really work a lot less, like she says, and she wants him to be more involved in the family. Not saying that he's not, but he's someone who is definitely going to stand up for his wife, really, whether she's right or wrong. Because Carlos
mm,
asked him at some point just about, did she do anything wrong?
mm,
And of course, he didn't even answer it. That was a yes or no question, and he didn't answer yes or no. He gave some, whatever answer
mm,
that was going to still support his wife. So I didn't like that, because she does stuff. He's going to support her, but he never came back and said, I let her know when she's not right, and this is what she should have done differently. He's that blind support, and I don't necessarily know if I agree with that all the time in
mm,
every situation. But I do think they got a good relationship. I think Ashley does think she's the queen
mm,
bee, which is
mhm,
a little annoying. But you know what it is, and it's a shame that reality shows really can bust up a friendship, because her and Raina been friends for, I'm assuming, a
mm,
long time. And this, I don't know if they can come back to a nice place anymore after their arguments and stuff. So it's crazy. The only one that was really neutral in this whole thing was Jamie, which is kind of funny.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, so I agree with a lot of what you said. I do. And from the social media standpoint, and again, I know that some of that shit you just don't follow, but they have been going at it. They have been kind of going back and forth, and I want to say Ashley and Jamie, were kind of going back and forth, which was a lot because, during the first, was it 2 seasons, they were all friends. I do think it may have been a little bit of jealousy, or even though I like Ashley, but I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I think it may have been just a tinge of jealousy when a new couple came. You got to mark your territory. Who's gonna be the head? BITCH in charge. You see what I'm saying? She kind of
Hmm.
reminds me of a Nene Leaks, right? Um, Kind of like a alpha female type. Like, look, just to let you know, you on this show, and I'm the one. Remember, she had to like remind them that she was the one that recommended them. So yeah, I think it's just a bit of her being a bit territorial, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah, what's that noise?
I don't know. I hear the
What
cracking.
you doing in the background? What's
I'm
that?
not doing
It's like
anything.
kit clack. Okay,
I think
okay,
it's a
all right. So it
connection. For
stopped.
some reason,
Okay,
I still
okay,
hear it. So some reason we got a bad connection.
okay. So it's the connection. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. So oh well, if like it is what it is. But I will say this. Oh Lord, it's like, ooh, I don't know what the hell that is. I'm gonna mute you. Let me see if I can still hear it. Hold on. All right. So I'm talking. Can I hear it now? No. Okay. Better let you. If I can. Okay. I just unmuted your mic. Anyway. So yeah, back to Ashley. So okay. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you just for a minute, baby. Okay. And then when you talk, you can. Oh, child. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Damn, it's still doing it. So anywho, yeah. So I do feel like Ashley kind of, and you muted in the background, but I'm gonna unmute you in a minute. But yeah, I do feel like she has a Nene Leaks persona, like I'm the head bitch in charge. And I do feel like she might have been just a little threatened when a new couple came. And of course, they're new, so they're not gonna just totally usurp. her and Quick's spot. That's just not going to happen, right? Or even Jamie and Arena's spot. This is just not going to happen. So yeah, just can we just do some kumbaya type bullshiggity and can we just all get along, right? And as far as like, okay, I'm gonna unmute you because I want to hear your opinion on this. So remember when they were at the basketball game and remember not Arena, Ashley was upset and she asked Joy to come outside, right? And she asked Joy and Clifton to leave. And remember, they got to arguing, and so Joy went back into the sleep box and was getting Clifton. And then Ashley went and started talking shit to Clifton, and I think that was kind of played up for the cameras, to be honest. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I hadn't remembered
If
that
you heard
until
me.
yeah, I hadn't remembered that until they actually said it again on this part 3, that or when Ashley, or I'm sorry, when Joy was explaining it,
Mhm.
that they were going to leave and that Ashley came back and started it all up again. And that's where you would say, what's his name, Quick should have said, you know what, right, this is where his wife was wrong. And that's one of those moments he could have said she was wrong. She kind of instigated it. And I understood more what Clifton was saying when he goes, well, can I go here,
Oh,
can
you
I
cut
do
out that
this?
last part.
Well, when Clifton was saying, can I do this, can I do that, and he was going back and forth,
Oh, you going in
I
and out,
just,
honey.
oh, anyway, all I know is that I think it was
I can hear you. You're just cutting out a little bit. So are you? Go
Ashley
ahead.
instigated stuff again, and I just think that she doesn't recognize that some of that was her fault.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, yeah. I like Ashley. I like actually everyone on the show, but just to be honest, sometimes people just don't play well with others. You ever heard the term no new friends? A common phrase. Yeah, some people they just don't take well to others. And I think as her and Arena, they were cultivating their friendship. She may have felt the type of way, here comes Joy, right? And, they hang out in real life. Was it Jamie, Arena, and Cliff and Joy? If you were to see them on social media, clubbing, whatever the hell it is that they do, they do stuff together. And maybe she could have felt a little left out. And, sometimes when you feel a certain way, it can manifest in mean behavior or whatever, or just defensive behavior. And that's just my opinion. So, yeah. But I do think she put 20 on 10 when she told Cliff that he was being a mean girl, acting like a BIT. No, I didn't really get that from him. And I think he was just kind of joking when he kind of leaned in a little bit. I think he was kind of taunting Ashley when they were in the suite. Remember when they were arguing? But if somebody looking for something, any little bit you give them, they're gonna play it up. Oh, he was in my face. I felt uncomfortable. I'm like, girl, that man won't trying to do nothing to you. That's just my take on it.
No,
You
I
know,
I totally
yeah,
I totally agree with
yeah.
you.
I just feel like she
And he
put 20 on 10.
exactly, and he
Yeah,
kind of said, he said a little bit, yeah, a little bit. I was like, okay, playing around with it and throwing it back at her. But at the end of the day, yeah, she knew he wasn't going to do anything, and to make it more than what it was sometimes is a little ridiculous. But again, this is television. What are you going to do?
right, right. Yeah, you gotta have drama. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have drama. All right, so let's shift gears a little bit. And I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but let's get into it. All right, so you
So
heard
wait,
that
Monica.
video of that damn Martell going on that rant. So
So
you
Monica,
did hear that, right?
before you get started, you start talking. I'm gonna hang up and
Ooh,
I'm gonna call back in again.
I'm here.
I'm gonna call back in again.
Okay, honey.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. So anywho, so let's talk about that damn Martell. Let's talk about him. He went on that damn rant yesterday. He showed his natural black ass. Yes, he did. He showed his natural black ass. So, you know, I can't wait until, and I'm gonna wait till my friend until my friend comes back on, but I just can't wait until they go back to court, and hopefully this time the judge will rule in Melody's favor completely, completely, just in terms of her getting full custody of the kids, right? And he getting visitation, whatever that looks like. So yeah, I just can't. I can't with him. But yeah, let me see if she's going to come back on. And so, and for those of us who watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, and most of my subscribers, I'm gonna say damn near all of y'all watch, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and most of you have probably seen the videos and seen other content creators talk about it. That was some bullshit. I wonder how Carlos. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Let me add her back on. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So you're back on.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Can
Hello.
you hear
Hello.
me? Can you hear me a little bit better?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So pretty much what I was doing, I was just talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. All right. So, okay. All right. So, what were your thoughts on Martell's rant?
Okay. So to start,
And I don't know if we
it
have a
took off.
delayed reaction.
Okay, I understand. I don't know what the issue is with the connection, but to start, it took 10 minutes
I
before he got into anything that he was going to say. So that was annoying, number one. Number two, like somebody on one of the comments was saying, he could have waited till he was not with the kids to do this. But of course, he had to prove that he was with the kids and they were having a good time. Okay. I get it. I thought it was though unnecessary. He could have did this thing without the kids, and then they kept interrupting, which was a pain in the butt to listen to. Number three, I do, even though this may not be the most popular
well,
point,
that's
or
because he's yeah, that's because oh, go ahead.
I was going to say this may not be the most
Say that again,
popular.
hon.
This may not be the most popular point
You
or perspective, but I can understand. I guess at this point he's frustrated, and whoever this latest blogger was that was just taking everything at the word. And you got all these people who are out there looking and digging and reading. They're commenting on all the negative, but they're not letting people know that any of the cases were thrown out, if they were thrown out. So if you're going to tell part of the story, tell the whole story. Don't tell a piece of story or go back and correct it. So that I understand where he's coming from. But the fact that he did this the way he did it, it was really kind of annoying and boring. And he did it. I
well,
just
here's my whole thing. Ain't shit positive about him. There's nothing, yeah, there's nothing positive about him. And I feel like the four-piece nuggets, that's, as they're called, the kids, formerly the M&M kids, yeah, they should have been calling his name because his ass should have been paying a damn attention to the kids as opposed to being on live trying to just, yeah, but he just he just really plucked my nerves. And every so often, he didn't go live a whole lot. He just doesn't. But when he does, it's very calculated, and he always has an agenda when he goes live. He's just trying to prove that, hey, I'm father of the year. Hey, I got the kids. But I didn't like the fact that he told a bold-faced lie saying, oh, I'm in charge of their education. Oh, I'm in charge of, them being in this activity. Everything about him is like, me, I did this, I did that, knowing damn well that he's not the dominant parent. He's just, and again, and I know you don't follow that whole social media part of it, but yeah, he just, yeah, I can't with him. He's a piece of shit. And I know I got to watch what I say because, yeah, we're on the internet, but yeah, he's a whole lot. I just can't with him. Yeah.
so
But yeah,
I get what you're
I
saying.
just
I
didn't like
definitely
the
get what
fact
you're
that he
saying.
was playing a victim, and he always plays a victim. And as opposed And as opposed to him watching his kids, and spending quality time with the babies, he on live, perpetrating a fraud line like he usually does. I did this, I did that, I put him in programs, I put him in sports. I'm just like, if you don't shut the F up, oh, he irks my nerves. He grates my nerves, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, yeah,
But
yeah,
but
yeah.
from but listen to
He's
this.
just so annoying. But the
I
most annoying thing is go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say I agree with you
I,
that he is
go ahead.
annoying. I agree with you that he's annoying. I definitely agree that he was putting on a front because he didn't need to do this to prove that he's with his kids. I thought it was ridiculous,
Yes,
especially
and
when
he
they're
still
on
is.
forerunners. Exactly. And they're on forerunners and stuff. He should have been paying more attention to them if somebody gets hurt or whatever. So I totally understand that. All I'm just saying, and not in his
He should have
defense
been
or
spending
anything.
quality time with the babiis. Yeah.
Exactly. I totally agree with that.
Ooh, he
I
just,
just think this man can't is not going to be able to win with you. I'm not picking sides. I'm just saying
what?
I do
No,
understand his
no, he
point.
can't win. He cannot win with. He's a piece of.
Okay, I'm not going to comment that. I'm done.
But go ahead. Let me let you say. I'm gonna let you say your piece.
All I was going to say
But
is that
here's the
I
thing. But now,
understand.
in your defense, you don't really watch the social media piece of it. He's a piece of work.
I agree
Go
with
ahead.
that.
I'm a hush
I
now. Go ahead.
I totally agree with that. I thought him doing a live with these kids was so unnecessary, and like you said, it's calculating. I totally believe that. My thing is that though is on the flip side of that, I can see him saying, listen, get the whole story out there, tell the ending. So she filed some lawsuits or whatever, motions or whatever it is. And if they were thrown out, the blogger or whoever put this out there should have came back and
As she
said,
should have.
okay.
As she should have.
And that's the only thing I'm trying to say. So, from his perspective in that piece of it, it's really about telling the whole story, not a half a story. And additionally to that, he could be putting these
But
kids in activities that
but
he
he's a
uses.
liar. He's a liar.
Okay,
But
okay, 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 okay,
yeah, I think
okay.
we gotta yeah, we gotta delay reaction. Well, yeah, because again, I know you don't follow the social media piece. He's a bold-faced liar, and she should take and I'm glad she's taking him to court, and I pray she gets full custody because that man has drugged her hither yon, harassed it. Ooh, I gotta watch what I say. Okay, how can I word this? Let me be
But
politically correct. Yeah,
can I still interrupt
mean,
though?
he harassed the hell out of her ever since she left him. I mean, and it's his fault. But we know the backstory. But here's the thing: the reason why they were in court the first time because he blindsided her and he took her to court trying to take the kids from her and then trying to get a percentage of her products and stuff like that. That like little sugar mama. I don't know if you're aware of all of that. But anyway, he wanted child support and it was a money grab for him. So it was nothing sincere about him taking her to court. And so they have been, and just to kind of catch up, they've been back and forth in court thanks to him because he won't take his psychological evaluation. They keep pushing the court date back, pushing it back because he won't adhere to what the judge is telling him to do. But it's a whole conversation around it. And anyway, he's just,
And,
yeah.
but
I
I
just
get.
pray for Melody and the kids because nobody deserves the bullshit that he's put them through.
And I totally get that. I understand that. All I'm
Go ahead, though.
just trying to say is when it comes to divorces, people do this, especially when somebody else is making the most money. But at the end of the day, even if she gets full custody, that means she gets full custodial custody. It doesn't mean that he's not going to get his visitation. It doesn't mean that he's not going to get his 7 on and 7 off. It just means that she probably will have the right to make certain decisions that he will have no say in. So when you talk about full custody, it doesn't mean that he's not going to get visitation. He may keep the same visitation that he has right now, but she will
Right.
have full custodial custody to make those type of decisions. And at the end of the day, I
Right.
don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that even though he's taken her to court, I don't think that the kids know all the stuff that's out on going on there. That's what I think. But I could be wrong because I'm not in the courtroom with them. I'm not looking at court documents. I don't have time to be looking at somebody else's business. I got to do it my own. But I just, again, just going back to my major point, if you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. And you know what? This will probably go on for another few years. Remember, you may not realize this, but on the Real Housewives of New York, Bethany Frankel, Bethany was
Well, hold
married
on.
for 2 years.
Wait,
Wait. Bethany
Go
Frankel
ahead.
was married to this man for 2 years. It took her 10 years to get divorced. 10. And they were only married for 2.
Right. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
took her to
No, I
court for
agree.
everything,
But
so.
hold up. Let me get this point out. Hold up. Let me get this point out. Now, as far as oh, we got delayed reaction. Okay, keep going. Okay, yeah, we definitely got a delayed reaction. Let me get this point out. As far as telling the full story, he's not telling the full story. That's the problem. He is trying to manipulate and he's trying to garner sympathy and support from people because he was the one that wasn't able to see the kids for what about 56 days because he was incorporating, corporal punishment against them, and it's all in the court records that you may not have seen, but it's kind of floating around or whatever. But yeah, all of this was ordered by the courts. It wasn't because Melody had him, couldn't say he couldn't see the kids. But anyway, he's trying to paint a picture like he's a victim, like she's trying to take full custody and the picture that he tries to put out to the media and out to the public is he's just trying to make it seem like I'm this great guy, I'm this great father, she's trying to take the kids away from me, blah blah blah, and he's just full of crap. He's full of crap. And when he has sent the court documents to certain bloggers, really big bloggers, they don't tell the full story and they omit the parts that he wants omitted, and I don't know if I don't know, maybe redacted certain things from the documents, but they try to paint a he wanted them to paint a picture as if though she was doing something wrong and she's doing everything right, she's doing everything right. And again, like I said, I pray that she gets full custody, point blank, period. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, you still there?
I'm still here. I
Oh,
I understand definitely where you're coming from. Again, I'm not taking sides one way or the other. I just think that, and when it comes to that corporal punishment thing, so
no,
if you
no,
listen
he
to
don't.
what he,
No.
can I finish, please? When it comes to the
Uh-uh.
corporate punishment thing, supposedly the way he's telling it, or where I read it or something, is that the kid reported to his mother, and the mother definitely has the right to now bring up a court case because she's going to protect her child. Totally get that. And supposedly they found out that he didn't do corporal
Absolutely.
punishment, but supposedly he didn't do it, so the case was dismissed. So again, they looked into it. All
No,
I'm saying all I'm
no,
saying is
no, no,
okay.
no, mm-mm, no. He didn't get the no. And normally, we can agree to disagree, but that Bama does not deserve the benefit of the doubt. Absolutely. No, sorry, Bob. No, man, Pan. No, 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 no. Everything they said he did, he did. Now they may have thrown it out because, I don't know. Um, what is it, the guardian ad litem or whatever you call it. I don't know why they threw
Connection.
that part out, but the court was the one. The courts were the ones that said that they couldn't, that he wasn't to see the kids for 56 days, based upon his actions toward his son. Okay. based upon
Correct.
his actions. The baby
Correct.
saying that, yeah, so yeah, no, so yeah, absolutely not. We're
But
not going to
but
minimize the shit
but
he
even
does.
but
No, no,
okay,
no, no,
right.
no, no, no,
That
no.
was 50, but hold on, that's 56 days, and I'm not siding with him, but that's 56 days. He couldn't see the kid for them to investigate. But guess what? He now can see the kids again. So something wasn't totally right about what was brought up against him. So that's all I'm saying, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to see the kids today.
No, 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 no. Here's the thing. So,
I
and
think we need to
according
move on
to
from
what
this.
some people say, that the judge or whatever, okay, no, well, let me just say this last part. He's full of crap. He's full of crap. And again, I know you don't follow, all of the shit he does on social media, all the shenanigans, but he is a total menace. He's a menace with a capital M. Okay. And whatever that baby said he did that ish. Now, whatever that presiding judge or whoever decided to throw it out or whatever, they say that in that particular court, that judge tends to sometimes favor the father. I'm not for certain if they have a new judge or not. I'm not for certain about that, but I will say this: no, he may come across like he's Mr. Charismatic, but he is a manipulator. He's full of crap, full of it. I'm just saying. And I know he may present like, oh, poor woe is me, and whatever, everybody is against me, but he bought it all on himself. I mean, he has drugged that woman from here to goddamn from the moon and back, and he does a lot of insidious things behind the scenes. I mean, it's just so much we could go on and on. But no, bottom line, he does not deserve the benefit of the doubt. And that's just my take on it. But anyway, yeah, we can agree to disagree on that. But yeah, yeah,
Okay.
he could kick rocks with a bare feet, child. He can kick rocks with bare feet. Anyway, so let's wrap up Love and Marriage DC. Yeah. So here's the thing. Carlos is coming to this area.
Oh,
So remember he was in
wait,
Huntsville
wait,
with
wait.
Melody
Before
and back
you
in January.
hold on one moment. Before you go on, I didn't like Joy's outfit either. Okay, now we can move on.
Okay, because child, we ain't gonna agree with that. When it comes to that Bama, we are not gonna agree. He is a devil incarnate.
No, 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 no. I said Joy's outfit.
Now,
I didn't like her outfit
let me
on
see.
Ellen.
I can't blow it up. Which part? What didn't you like about it?
I thought it was ugly. I
Oh,
didn't
you
like
cutting out,
the
honey. I can't hear you.
I didn't like the draping. I didn't
Oh,
like her I didn't like her style. Um I didn't like it.
okay, 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 okay.
And look,
I
if you
thought
look
she
at this
looked
picture,
cute.
wait.
I like her
If
hair
you look
better
at
than
hold
when
on,
she had
Monica,
what it
but
like the little.
hold on. If you look at Carlos's pants, look how high those pants are above his
I'm
ankles.
here.
Look at how high his pants are above his ankles.
Mm,
That's too high.
okay,
Okay, I'm sorry.
I
Move on.
see. I see. I see. Which one? Who you talking about? Cliff, or are you talking about? Oh, because yeah, they're not showing the other little guy. Um, I, I kind of like that. I mean, because I know some people don't like that above the ankle look or whatever like that, or at least don't have ashy ankles if you're gonna do it. But I guess that's part of the whole little fashion thing. But anyway, as far as Joy, I like her hair better without the little sister locks or the little dreads. I kind of like it better now. I do. I do. Her dress, I thought she looked cute. I really loved Arena's look, but to me, Arena can do no wrong. I mean, girlfriend, her fashion is just like always top notch. I thought Ashley looked cute. I thought Winter, Sherelle, they all look nice or whatever like that. I would have to like really look again, to heavily critique it. But just going back to Raina, I always think she kills it every time. She does.
I agree
What did
with
you think
that.
about Carlos showing his chest?
You know, when he was standing up, I liked it, but when it's sitting down and
Oh,
the
that's right, because
like
you got a delay. Right.
based on the picture here, I don't like the way it looks. It comes off. I don't. I'm not a fan.
Mhm.
But you know what? Somebody is a fan of that. So they liked the probably way he looked and everything else. But I'm gonna go back to the pants length again. Look at where Jamie's are above his
Mhm.
ankle, and look at where
Okay.
Carlos's is above his ankle. They're too high. Bring it down to like Jamie's length, and I'm good with it.
Okay. Okay. I didn't like that chest out look, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. I wasn't feeling that at all. I mean, it looks like he had a tailored suit. It was coiffed, but I didn't like that whole chest out look. So anyway, we are almost close to the end, but let me flip back over to this Bama. I'm gonna flip back over to this Bama one more time. Just one more time. Ciao.
Ah.
Ooh, like I said before, I cannot wait. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. What do you think about them rewarding him and giving him more screen time? I don't know if you saw the trailer for the upcoming season. I'm like, why are they giving him so much screen time? I was just like, what has he done to earn that? If anything, they should have cut his ass out. He shouldn't even be filming this season. But that's just my opinion. He shouldn't even be filming. Thoughts?
Why are you going to deprive this man of a way to make money to help support his kids financially? If they want to give him more screen time, obviously he's going to cause more
No.
controversy, which means that people got more to talk about. They got more to hate on him. So let him get on there and act a fool and look stupid if that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I hear what you're saying, but the reason why I say he doesn't deserve screen time and he doesn't deserve to be on, just because the way that he's treated Melody and Melody in particular, when it comes to her safety, she's had to have security on the set because of him, because of his unhinged and erratic behavior. You know, when it comes to us, to me, when I think about safety, yeah, I mean, he leaves a lot to be desired. She shouldn't have to hire extra security because she doesn't know when this Bama's going to pop off. Okay. I mean, he's done so much. I mean, I could go on, but I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, he doesn't deserve all that camera time. And I hear what you're saying, that he needs to feed his kids or whatever like that. Child, he need to go get a damn job. What was he doing before he came onto the show? He had other stuff that he was doing. Child, he need to go back to that. But we know that Melody's was the brains behind everything, and he can't even function and tie his shoes right, without help. I'm just saying, in that little bird brain, that baby mama of his, child. Anyway, I'm not gonna get it. But yeah, in a nutshell, he didn't deserve camera time. He doesn't deserve it.
So I'm
Nope,
just going
he
to
doesn't need
throw
to
in
be on the
these.
show.
I'm
He's
going to throw these
unhinged. That's too
last
much.
words in. Listen, at the end of the day, they all have a choice. If they gave her a contract knowing that he is still going to be on the show is taking responsibility and will be held liable if anything happens to her. She's decided, okay, I'm going to do this show because I still need a paycheck also. And I'm going to also hire security anytime I got to do this. They all made a choice. You cannot say for her that it's his fault that she's hiring security. She decided to do that. So at the end of the day, they all have a choice. They all want to still be on the show. They all want to still stay relevant.
But she
That's just
shouldn't
the
have
way
to do
I
that.
feel.
She
I'm sorry, what?
she shouldn't have. No, 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 no. Think about it. No, no. Think about it from an HR perspective. I mean, if you were in a corporate setting, be a corporate, private sector, government. I mean, in real life, come on now, his ass would have been given, like, he would have been on a performance improvement plan, a PIP. His ass would have been fired in real life. I mean, even, and this is her job. And Carlos King and Kingdom Reign production, they owe that to her or any other cast member to ensure that their safety, comes first. And she shouldn't have to do that. She shouldn't have to do that. Okay. And so, in my opinion, it's up to Carlos and Kingdom Reign to ensure that her safety is first and foremost cared for. She shouldn't have, however, she's doing that. And he has proven time and time again that he's unhinged, and again, you just never know when he is going to flip his lid. You just never know. He's unpredictable. And,
But how do you
I'm going to
know
just
that?
say allegedly, you know, and,
But how do you know that
and it's
she's
her
not, that
show.
they're not paying part of her? But how do you know that that Carlos King and whoever, whatever,
How do we know?
is not paying for this? You don't know what's in their contract about security goes. And knowing Melody and how smart
If
she is, she's not paying for it. She got in her contract
Yeah,
that
I'm not for certain
somebody.
about,
Exactly. So
oh, you're cutting
so
in and out.
I believe that she is not paying for this. I believe if she has
Well, you
security, she's making Carlos King Productions pay for her security because she ain't stupid.
no, you're cutting out a little bit, and I know you're going to kind of hear me delayed. Um, if I'm not mistaken, on one of her lives, if I'm not mistaken, she said she hired her own security, you know, and someone can drop that in the comments and tell me different. But no, she had to hire her own security, just to ensure her own safety. That Bama don't care nothing about her safety like that, because if that was the case, then he would never be on the show. He has done enough. He's done enough, to prove that he shouldn't be on there. Just him allegedly threatening to attack, I think, her makeup artist, at a reunion, I think a couple seasons back, or was it last season? He's just done so much, And again, I know you don't follow that whole piece of it, that's social media, but trust me, when I say that. But anywho, we are to the hour, and this has been productive, productive, productive. So, any final words? Let me get off of him. Ooh, child, let me get off of him. So, any last parting words about Love and Marriage DC's reunion?
I have no last final words on this, with the exception of what is it going to look like when they come back, if they come back, since people still don't like each other. Other people are leaving the show. Are they going to bring somebody else in? It took a long time for them to come back after what's his name and what's her name left. So it took a while for them to come back. So I guess let's see what it's going to look like, a year from now when they come back. So it'll probably take a year before they come back on the show if they're not filming already, So otherwise, I don't have anything to say about any of them.
Okay. Oh, that last part cut out because yeah, you kind of went mute. But well, Winter's not coming back. She already said that um, in an interview. I believe was it with Queen Sheba. And I don't know if you heard about, yeah, because I know you don't watch all of that, but basically, Winter said they get upwards of, was it 2,000 or 2,500 an episode, and she had her own issues, which is a whole nother conversation that I won't get into. But she's not coming back. I know Sherelle's not coming back, but I take it the core couples will be back. So we'll see, how that goes. If they will have a friend of, well, you should come back, since he's trying to promote his damn brand. Will he come back with a love interest? That will be interesting to see. But anyway, thanks for coming on live with me. I am going to hop off really quickly, and I am going to drink my chai latte, honey. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and thanks for stopping by, guys. This is Sensibility Speaks.
Bye.
Ciao, Bella.